I'd like to welcome everyone to the August 14th, 2017 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would everyone please join me in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. I'm Jeff Benton, President of the Board. To my left is Vice President Gary Merrill. To my right is our County Administrator, Farzana Ahmed, and Jennifer Walraven is our clerk today, and we'll get started.
Resolution number 17-835, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held August 7th, 2017.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 17-835. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis is absent today. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment or elected official comment, so that brings us to item number 4, resolution number 17-836, in the matter of approving purchase orders and announced certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 0811 and memo transfers in batch number MT APR 0811.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 17-836. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 17-837, in the matter of approving travel expense request.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 17-837. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 17-838, in the matter of determining the sufficiency of the application to add certain parcels of real property to the Concord Scioto Community Authority District and to amend the petition for establishment of the Concord Scioto Community Authority as a new community authority and setting a date for a public hearing under Chapter 349 of the Ohio Revised Code.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 17-838. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 17-839, setting date and time for viewing and public hearing for consideration of the Scioto Ridge Crossing LLC drainage improvement petition filed by Scioto Ridge Crossing LLC.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 17-839. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 17-840, in the matter of approving the DKMM County Recycling and Litter Prevention Office Program Status Report for first half of 2017.
So moved.
Second, discussion,
Good morning, Commissioners. Jennifer Way Young, Delaware General Health District. The first 6 months of this year, I worked with Delaware County Soil and Water and Franklin County Soil and Water and Metro Parks, and we held a teacher workshop in which I did some presentations on clean water as well as landfills. I did several adult presentations in meeting, including the Ohio Wesleyan University Sustainability class. I did presentations at the Delaware County Garden Workshop and presented on home composting. And I presented recycling information to the Scioto River Valley Federation. This spring, there were 19 presentations to youth, reaching 500 students. The Senior Citizen Appliance and Electronic Pickup Program, we just got our final tallies in, which went past the June 30th mark, but we reached 91 senior households. We collected 6,500 pounds of appliances from those households. In addition to that, there were 118 televisions that were collected. In addition to that, there were computers and other electronic items. The Great American Cleanup, we had some nice weekends, but we did have a lot of rainy weekends. We had 242 volunteers. We collected 1.5 tons of litter. Our Delaware County Juvenile Court Collection crew, outstanding folks over there, collected 52 bags of trash, 33 bags of recyclables, and these were at the public areas as well as our recycling drop-offs. We worked with them to manage large items that were collected as well. So it's been a busy spring.
Sounds like it. Good. Yeah. All right, we'll take I guess we have to vote, don't we, on this one?
Vote on motion 17-840, Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution number 17-841, in the matter of approving the First Amendment to the contract between the Delaware County and Vigilant Solutions, LLC for renewal of services with subcontractor Bright.
So moved.
Second, discussion?
Morning. Brooke Seagar, Delaware County Sheriff's Office, requesting renewal of the contract with Vigilant Solutions for access to private and commercial data license plate reading material. Currently, we only have, or we're using this program, we have access to law enforcement, but the additional access provides excellent resources for investigations and no additional funds.
Good. All right, vote.
Vote on motion 17-841, Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Resolution number 17-842, in the matter of authorizing the use of a procurement card for the Sheriff's Office.
So, I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Discussion?
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Leslie Ross, Fiscal Manager with Sheriff's Office. This is just an additional request as a replacement from our predecessor for a procurement card. This will be the fourth that we have with our department.
All right, vote.
Vote on motion 17-842, Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Mr. Benton.
Aye.
you.
Thanks.
Resolution number 17-843, in the matter of authorizing the use of Delaware County Commissioner funds to assist in funding the purchase of coffee, meals, refreshments, and other amenities for a workforce development meeting.
So moved.
Second, discussion?
Bob Lamb, Economic Development Director for the county. This is a workforce development meeting that Representative Brenner requested to have with the county and representatives within the county. It will be held on August 30th at Orange Township Hall.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Vote.
Vote on motion 17-843, Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Resolution number 17-844, in the matter of awarding the contract to and approving the contract with Poggemeyer Design Group for the project known as CDBG and Revolving Loan Fund Program Administration.
So moved.
Second, discussion?
This is a request to approve a contract to have an outside third party manage the CDBG funds. Costs approximately $20,000 taken from the CDBG funds.
Yeah, I think that'll do a good job of, again, allowing us to reallocate resources to hopefully productive efforts in the Finance Authority and other economic development work that you're doing. So I think this is a good
I'm
idea.
going to say the same thing, reinforce that, if to the degree that this frees up time, it needs to be used in more productive purposes, or we're not making good use of county resources.
It's our hope with this free time to be able to launch a comprehensive business retention program, which is scheduled to kick off in 2018.
Yeah, business retention, as we have discussed before, is, you know, the current the businesses is where you get actually most of the job creation. So historically, so it's good to focus on that. So hopefully that will enable us to do that. All right, vote.
Vote on motion 17-844, Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Resolution number 17-845, in the matter of approving the sanitary sewer improvement plan for Cheshire Woods, Section 3, Phase B.
So moved.
Second, discussion?
Good morning, Commissioners. Mike Fromer, sanitary engineer. The plans for this next phase of the Cheshire Woods subdivision have met our requirements, and we're recommending approval. And as a side note, this is the Parade of Homes development for this year. So.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 17-845, Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Resolution number 17-846, in the matter of approving the sanitary sewer subdividers agreement for North Lake Summit.
So moved.
Second, discussion?
This is a standard subdividers agreement for the development for North Lake Summit, and recommending your approval of it as presented.
Where exactly is this one, Mike?
Yeah, North Lake is off of Four Winds Drive, which is
North of 36?
northwest of 36, 37, and 71.
Okay. I thought it was that one. All right, vote.
Vote on motion 17-846, Mr. Benton.
Aye.
Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Resolution number 17-847, in the matter of giving informed consent and waiving conflict of interest regarding outside council representation for sewer district NPDES permit and approving an engagement letter with Frost Brown Todd LLC.
So moved.
Second, discussion?
Currently, our NPDES permit for the Lower Scioto treatment plant is currently during a renewal comment period, and we wanted to engage outside legal counsel to have some discussions with Ohio EPA about some of the limits that they've set in our draft permit. And currently, Eric and I have worked on this, and Eric and Frank from Frost Brown Todd are here if you have any additional questions.
All right, vote. Vote.
Thank you, members of the commission. My name is Frank Reed. I'm a lawyer at Frost Brown Todd. We're pleased to be special counsel to Delaware County. To give you by way of background, Eric and I have worked together on other matters. Commissioner Merrill will remember the dispute with Kokosing years ago that I'm happy to say was resolved. I formerly served in state government, so Mr. Ahmed and I had the pleasure of working together when I was an assistant attorney general for the state of Ohio, representing ODOT and later Ohio EPA. Thank you for the commissioner's consideration today.
Okay, thank you. All right, vote.
Vote on motion 17-847. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 17-848, in the matter of appointing a citizens member to the Sunbury Meadows Community Development Authority Board of Trustees.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jane Hawes, Communications Manager. This is to appoint, a recommendation to appoint Richard Rybel to the Sunbury Meadows Community Development Authority Board of Trustees. He is a resident of the community, and I know we thought he interviewed very well.
Yeah, it was great to see. We had 3 people post for this position, and all qualified, and it's good to have people interested in helping with these NCAs because they're getting bigger and more complex and so on. So,
The only comment I have is the other person who lived in the neighborhood, whose name I don't recall, I apologize for that. He interviewed extremely well as well. I would encourage him to seek out other opportunities on other boards, and I trust you will relay that to him.
Yeah, that was Mr. Hackworth. Yeah.
yeah, very good. All right, vote.
Vote on motion 17-848. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution number 17-849, in the matter of approving the plats of subdivision for Orange Center Development, Lot 7492, Division Number 1, and the Woods of Dornock Estate, Section 5.
So moved. Well, I have a question before I do that.
Okay.
I asked a question earlier about the woods being in my neighborhood, and I abstained on the last vote. Do you see any reason this ought to be delayed till Thursday when Commissioner Lewis is here, or do you feel comfortable with me going ahead and making the motion?
Is your home in this section?
Not in that section specifically, but in the overall development.
I don't think that you have an issue.
Okay.
It doesn't affect your property directly.
It doesn't, okay. Now, other than the sewer, it's all into the same, we have our own package plant, so just want to make sure before I make the motion. So moved.
All right, second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer. We have 2 plats for your approval today. The first is Orange Center Development, Lot 7492. This is a single lot off of Route 23, basically replatting that section to provide for a escrow agreement to develop one of those lots that was previously held against development because of a road extension. So that escrow agreement has been taken care of. Eric, I believe, spoke to that a few weeks ago, and so we recommend approval of that plat. And then the second is the Woods of Dornock, Section 5, which is a 120-lot subdivision, and we recommend approval of these plats.
Where exactly is the Orange Center lot?
It's off Route 23 on the east side. It's right there by the Aldi and GFS. If you go in there and go to the right, to the south, that's what we're talking about.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. Okay. We'll take a vote.
Vote on motion 17-849. Mr. Ben?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 17-850, in the matter of approving right-of-way work permit summary sheet.
So moved.
Second. Discussion.
We had 5 permit applications this round. We reviewed all the associated plans and recommend approval.
All right, vote.
Vote on motion 17-850. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Ben?
Aye.
Resolution number 17-851, in the matter of approving plans, specifications, estimate, and setting the bid date for the project known as Del CR 009-TR127, Liberty Road and Jewett Road intersection improvements.
So moved.
Second. Discussion.
This is a project we've been working on for some time, and we're finally ready to go out to bid for this improvement. It will consist of a roundabout at the intersection of Liberty Road and Jewett Road in Liberty Township. Our estimated cost for this project is $1,350,000. We are proposing to award that contract this fall, do some utility relocation this fall through the winter, and then commence road construction in the spring with completion in July of next year.
Okay. That'll be a nice improvement in that intersection. All right, vote.
Vote on motion 17-851. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 17-852, in the matter of accepting roads, approving recommended speed limits, establishing stop conditions, and releasing securities.
So moved.
Second. Discussion.
There are 2 subdivisions, Cheshire Woods, Section 2, which is a 44-lot development, and Derby Glen, which is a 26-lot development. Both of these subdivisions have been through the required 1-year developer maintenance period for the street and stormwater improvements. There are no remaining repairs or remedial work, and therefore we recommend acceptance of those public roads and establishing the speed limits and stop conditions for the intersections within those developments.
All right, vote.
Vote on motion 17-852. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 17-853, in the matter of authorizing the county administrator to prepare and cause delivery of notices to the Olentangy Local School District and the Delaware Area Career Center pursuant to Revised Code 3735.671, Revised Code 5709.78, and Revised Code 5709.83 in connection with proposed tax increment financing and community reinvestment area exemptions.
So moved.
Second. Discussion.
Bob Lamb, Economic Development Director. This is for the Creekside Industrial Project. It's approximately 100 acres located just to the east of Menards on 23. The proposal from the developer is to receive both a TIF and a CRA to assist him in preparing the site for development. This would be one of the first shovel-ready sites within the county and is targeted towards key industries that we believe will grow jobs as well as the tax base within the county.
Yeah, I think this is a great project. We do really need shovel-ready sites, to be economically competitive in the marketplace. So this is a very nice first step, to having more shovel-ready sites in Delaware County. So hopefully this will move along and get accomplished here pretty soon.
And my comments on this, it won't come as a surprise, is I've asked to see a model for the whole area. I need to see the dollars that are going to be there out of this TIF to support the overpass over the track, the roads into the area, and we got to be very careful how what we promise the developer, because that's my priority. Because if we don't get that done, nothing else matters. So someone's got to pay for it, and it seems like the natural way to pay for it. So it's all in the material I have yet to see, and also asked to see what kind of jobs will be brought to the area as part of that proposal as well. So, but I can't approve this.
Okay. Vote.
Vote on motion 17-853. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye. Thank you.
That brings us to administrator reports.
Good morning, Commissioners. Last week, Code Compliance Office received a letter from the Insurance Service Office, and it's an office that rates various agencies and the rating we got was not a very good rating, and that is because the agency looks at state codes, and they feel that the codes of the state of Ohio are not up to date with national codes. So Fred Fowler, our code compliance director, and I are actually talking to some of our colleagues, and I actually also intend to talk to the Ohio Department of Insurance to find out a little bit more about this. Does it mean anything to us? I don't know. At this point, I don't know if it means anything other than just getting a letter. So as more information comes out of this, I'll keep you informed and let you know if there's anything we need to do. We may not need to do anything at all because we are subject to the Ohio Administrative Code. And if the state decides to change their codes, then of course we'll be in compliance with them. And if they decide not to, then the only thing we can do is look at our office internally, but we still conform with the state codes. With your indulgence, I wanted to mention something personal as well. I should have asked you ahead of time. I'm sorry I didn't, but I hope that you guys won't mind. I am a proud American, and as you know, that I was born in Pakistan, and today is the Independence Day of Pakistan. And I wanted to bring that up for a variety of reasons. One reason being that my grandfather, Muhammad Anwar, worked for the founder of Pakistan, whose name was Muhammad Ali Jinnah. His counterpart was Mahatma Gandhi. So my grandfather played a role in the independence of Pakistan in 1947. He was a very prominent man in that country, and I'm, of course, very proud of my heritage, which always stays, despite the fact that this is my home and I am nothing but an American, but that part always stays. The other reason why I wanted to bring this up is because Delaware County is home to several thousand immigrants from Pakistan and India. And a significance of India is tomorrow is India's Independence Day, so happy Independence Day to Indian Americans tomorrow and to Pakistani Americans today. And the reason why it was done that way is both countries were part of the British Empire, and on August 14th of 1947, just before midnight, Pakistan was granted independence, and at the stroke of midnight, India was granted independence so that both countries would have a separate Independence Day. Contrary to what you hear on TV, the Indians and Pakistani immigrants in Ohio and Delaware County are very good friends. We get along very well with each other, and we enjoy each other's company. Ohio Wesleyan is home to a lot of international students, and the largest percentage of international students at Ohio Wesleyan is from Pakistan. Most of them from Lahore, which is my hometown. Don't know why, but that's just how it is. Delaware County is also home to a mosque and 2 temples. And the immigrants from Pakistan and India in Delaware County play a very significant role in terms of the kind of jobs they have and the kind of businesses they operate. So just wanted to wish Pakistanis and Indians of that origin, but Americans now, happy Independence Days of those countries. So thank you for allowing me to say this.
Well, thank you.
We got a history lesson.
Yeah, thank you for the history lesson. So Pakistan's 1 day older.
1 day older.
Technically.
1 minute older.
1 minute older. Okay. That's very
We have a question, India and Pakistani Americans getting along, but India and Pakistan, the countries don't always get along.
You know, the interesting thing is that the city that I come from has a border with India, and people cross all the time, and when the Indians used to come over, we were always very happy to greet them. It's the people who run the country. It's not the people who live there. The people who live there are just fine, and my ancestors are actually from India. They migrated to Pakistan in 1947 because of racial riots, and I know a lot of Indian people here in Ohio whose families are originally from Pakistan who also had to migrate because of racial riots. But no, we get along just fine. It's the people in power.
That is often the case, unfortunately. Yes. Commissioner Merrill.
A couple of things. As you know, we had our DKMA meeting last week, and I think we had a particularly important issue that we think got resolved correctly. I'm not sure everybody in the room agreed to that.
Unanimous.
And the other thing is, I did speak to Senator Jordan last week regarding the Senate veto and encouraged him to vote for it to override. He did not say yes. He did not say no. He did say he'd let me know before the actual vote is placed by him, but I would encourage the other 2 commissioners to make similar calls, and anyone else in our county It's regarding the MCO issue, on the Medicaid sales tax issue, and to me, this is an issue that's important not only to our county, as I explained to Senator Jordan, but 86 of the 8 counties in the state all sent letters of support for this. To get 86 counties to agree on anything says a lot, but I think it's very important, and hopefully Senator Jordan, after he does his deliberation, will come to the same conclusion. So that's all I have.
Okay. I'm going to actually meet with Senator Obhoff, who's President of the Senate, tomorrow. So I have 2 topics for him. One is vetoing the MCO provision, and the second is prevailing wage, which could save Delaware County tens of millions of dollars over the next decade, but it seems to have stalled in the Senate. So I'm going to encourage that to continue to move forward, making prevailing wage optional at the local jurisdictions. So anyway, I will make that, I'll let Senator Obhoff know where I am on that. TCAP, we had a meeting last Thursday, I think it was, it wasn't Wednesday, at CCAO on that topic, and it's a complex issue. Just a real brief overview. The state has required the 10 largest counties to participate in this program called TCAP, where the F5 felony offenders in prisons today go to the local jails, and the local counties would receive funding. The other 78 counties, it's optional. We had a very good discussion on that topic. Prosecutor O'Brien was there and very eloquently spoke in opposition to the program for a number of reasons. The funding is uncertain. A lot of these F5 prisoners are repeat offenders and really not good people, and really belong in prison, according to Prosecutor O'Brien. And there are a number of other issues. So we're going to take a look at it. We have a short time frame. I think it's the 21st.
8 o'clock next Monday morning.
Yeah, when we have to actually say yes or no. So we'll discuss it more on Thursday. The parking committee met, the Downtown Delaware Parking Committee met again on Monday evening and had a very good session as well. I think there's a number of initiatives that are going to help alleviate the parking in downtown and make it better and so on. I want to thank Chief Pijanowski for leading that group, leading this subcommittee, and doing a nice job with that. So let's see, what else do I have here? Participated in the farmers market on Saturday at the Republican headquarters, and that was very well attended. It was a busy place. I think there were 30-some or 40-some booths. There was a steady stream of people going up and down Sandusky. It was very nice to see. It was a beautiful morning. So I want to thank Susie Bibler and her group for the leadership on that. It's become a very popular event Wednesday and Saturdays. Wednesday afternoon, Saturday morning. The Convention and Visitors Bureau, I met with their board on, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday. And had a very good discussion with them, and we're going to try to do more economic development work together. I think the CVBs in the country, the more progressive ones, are becoming destination marketing organizations, DMOs, and more focused on joint economic development efforts with the economic development leadership as well as other business and community leaders. So very encouraging to see them interested and engaged. Lastly, and probably most important, the PGA tournament wrapped up yesterday. Who all knows who won? All right.
I looked at the paper this morning.
Okay, you knew I would ask. Justin Thomas was the winner, surprise winner. He was not in the first place going into it. What's the most interesting thing, and this is just fascinating, is that I think it's 6 tournaments in a row where the winner of the majors, 6 majors in a row I think it is, where the winner has had 6 letters in his first name and 6 letters in his last name.
I think it's the last 4 majors. I'm not sure.
It's something remarkable. Jordan Spieth, Brooks Koepka.
So if you're not six letters, then you might as well click off.
I'm going to change mine to Jeffer Benton, so I have 6 letters in my first name. But anyway, I knew everybody would be fascinated by the discussion of the PGA tournament and that remarkable string of consecutive 6-letter winners. All right, we do have need for executive session. On to more important things.
Resolution number 17-854, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of purchase of property for public purposes.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 17-854. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye. We are in executive session.